Myrmica Alaskensis. This species of ant is a temperate species that lives in Alaska, where I live. They are the only species of stinging ant in Alaska. They are called European fire names, as their nickname suggests. They are the European version of a fire ant. They do sting, and it hurts quite a bit. So it took me over an hour and a half to collect this colony with the searching and the digging up. I collected most of their pupa and larvae. It was especially hard because they stung. Another interesting thing about these is that they only live in Alaska and the parts of Canada closest to Alaska. So not many people actually have this species. So I have a rare species. As you can see, I trapped them in this bottle, and they're currently still grabbing larvae and stuff and transporting them in here. But the queen has moved in, which means she finds this space suitable. I have been searching for this species for a very long time. One of my favorite species. I'm sorry for being away for so long. Apologies. I didn't really have anything interesting to show. I guess I could have uploaded something, but just been a bit of a month or two. Anyways, Myrmica alaskensis, great species. So as for my other ants, they're pretty big. They're growing pretty well. Some of them have stopped laying eggs. I don't know if it's the winter months coming or the fact that I didn't have them in a dark enough area, but I've changed a few things, and hopefully they'll be laying eggs more soon. Over here, we have my leptothorax ants. I'm pretty sure it's Leptothorax canadensis, but I don't know for sure. They are just tiny little ants. They nest inside of twigs. I caught this colony quite a while ago, and they've dug out a big tunnel system. And then over here, we have what I'm pretty certain is a Formica variety. Either they're Formica or Lasius neoniger, but I'm pretty sure that they are Formica. They are also slowing down. As you can see, there's very little movement in there. Very little movement. I don't know why. I also have some Camponotus herculanus ants, also known as the Hercules ant. That the queens have laid eggs and their larvae are pupating, so I am excited for this coming month because I'm pretty sure that the colony members will soon be joining us, and I will be able to feed them their first meal, and I will record that when that happens. Now let's talk about sizes of ants, because not many people know this, but the size of the ant does not determine how easy they are to keep. So you see, Camponotus herculanus, the species I have, is the biggest species in Alaska and most parts of the U.S. Now, these ants are relatively small for ants. Actually, they're in the medium-sized range. But they're not as big as my Formica ants that I already showed, but they are certainly not tiny like my Leptothorax ants. And I think that's what makes them pretty successful when it comes to getting prey and stuff. Also, their stingers. But yeah, sizing doesn't mean anything, because these guys could take down a grasshopper, which has powerful hind legs that can completely destroy an ant if jumped off of. Yet, Camponotus herculanus, only if they could grab it fast enough, which they're not known for their speed, only if they could grab it fast enough would they be able to take one down. And they would still have to have like 3 workers, while these guys could swarm it and take it down in an instant. That's why size doesn't mean anything for these ants. But those tiny ants over there, their size does affect them because they can't take down prey. So Leptothorax canadensis, right over here, can't take down anything because of how small they are. They usually eat squashed bugs that have been squished by a human boot or have been left behind prey of another ant species. they're more scavengers. They tend to live with other ant species so that they can survive. So, yeah. I am also trying to figure out how I'm going to make an outworld for them. So, I made a outworld out of can. I don't have it on me, unfortunately. And I'm wondering if I should use that. I don't think I will, just because I don't really want to. But I still don't know what I want to house them in. I'm going to house them in this test tube. I want their outworld, the place that they're going to scavenge for food, to be perfect for them, though. Perfectly tailored to their environment. So sandy areas, seeing as how I found them down by a river. As you can see, I accidentally collected a worker from the wrong colony. It happened to walk across where I was picking up ants. And as you can see, they're taking care of it right now. So they're actually disposing of it currently. They're adapting really well. I think this is why they're also called the European fire ant. Just like fire ants, they are adapting to their environment perfectly. So yeah, I cannot wait for next year, once after they start to hibernate, and when they come out, because they will grow exponentially fast. So thank you for tuning in. Actually, I'm not over, but thank you for tuning in. I will cut back to this in a second. Okay, we are back. I put a little drop of honey water in there, or sugar water in there, to see what they do with it. Currently, they are in the transportation phase, so they might not want it yet, but just in case they do, I have put it in there. I don't know how the species will react to... Oh, that one sniffed it. I don't know how they will react to sugar water, because I've never had this colony before. They may not like it that much, but they may also love it. And so that... Oh, there's one drinking it. Got a taste? Likes it, kinda. They seem to be avoiding it for the most part, which is quite strange for ants. Ants usually are sugar fiends, as most of you probably know. They always get into sugar and stuff. Right now, they just seem to be taking care of dead bodies and transporting eggs, which I find that almost admirable. They have their priorities straight. Burying the dead and transporting eggs. And transporting the young. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's one. Yeah. So, yeah, as you can see, these ants are on a very meticulous hive mind. So they are prioritizing taking care of young before feeding themselves. I think over here, they're almost done over here. They're still searching for young in there, I think. But for the most part, they are done. I will detach this tomorrow morning so that they can be ready for me moving them. I think they do need an outworld at this point, though. They're a pretty large colony. Okay. I'll give you a few seconds of just watching them. I won't say a word. Next week, I will be back with another video, okay? So, please stay tuned. I know last time I said that and I was not back, but this time I swear it. School is starting back for me soon, so I will probably not have new ant colonies, but I will definitely be showing feedings and such. So then thank you for tuning in. And until next time.